April 11, 1970, marked the beginning of what was supposed to be NASA's third manned mission to land on the Moon. Apollo 13, commanded by James A. Lovell, with John L. Swigert as the command module pilot and Fred W. Hayes as the lunar module pilot, was set to explore the Fra Mauro region, a hilly area on the Moon. The crew was excited, the mission plan was ambitious, and the world watched with anticipation as the Saturn V rocket lifted off from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The launch was flawless, the journey to lunar orbit was smooth, and the crew were settling into the routine of spaceflight. They conducted system checks, took photographs, and communicated with Mission Control in Houston, reporting everything normal as expected. 2 days into the mission, however, everything changed. On April 13th, while the astronauts were about 200,000 miles from Earth, an oxygen tank in the service module exploded. The blast shook the spacecraft violently, tripping alarms and causing a cascade of system failures. The crew quickly realized that their command module, Odyssey, was severely damaged. Oxygen levels were dropping, and the fuel cells, which produced electricity from oxygen and hydrogen, were offline. Swigert's famous words,
"Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here."
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Yes, sir. Houston, we've had a problem.
"Houston, we've had a problem," became instantly iconic, though he had originally said "a problem," which was later misquoted. The explosion meant that the lunar landing was now impossible. The mission objective shifted from exploration to survival. NASA engineers and flight controllers in Houston faced an unprecedented challenge, bringing the astronauts home safely. Communication between the spacecraft and Mission Control became crucial. The team in Houston analyzed telemetry data, ran simulations, and developed solutions in real time. Every decision had to be precise because even small errors could be fatal in deep space. To survive, the crew had to move into the lunar module, Aquarius, designed to support 2 men for only 2 days, not 3 men for 4 days. The lunar module became a lifeboat. Resources were critically limited. Power was rationed, water was conserved, and the carbon dioxide scrubbers were insufficient for the number of crew using them. NASA engineers had to improvise a way to fit square lithium hydroxide canisters from the command module into the lunar module's round receptacles, using only materials on board: duct tape, plastic bags, and cardboard. This ingenious solution removed toxic carbon dioxide from the air and allowed the crew to breathe safely.
We gotta find a way to make this fit into the hole for this, using nothing but that.
The journey back to Earth was perilous. The spacecraft had to execute a free return trajectory around the Moon, using its gravity to slingshot back toward Earth, but manual course corrections were needed to ensure the correct re-entry angle. Too steep an angle would burn the spacecraft, too shallow and it would skip off the atmosphere and drift into space. Every maneuver had to be carefully calculated using the limited guidance systems available. Lovell, Swigert, and Hayes performed these burns manually, relying on their training, ingenuity, and calm under pressure. Meanwhile, on board the spacecraft, conditions were harsh. The cabin grew cold as power was reduced to conserve energy. The astronauts wore makeshift thermal blankets and huddled together for warmth. Water rations were cut to less than half a liter per person per day, and food became unappetizing freeze-dried cubes eaten sparingly. Despite the hardships, the crew maintained discipline, following instructions from Houston and keeping their spirits up with humor and teamwork. As they approached Earth, another challenge arose: re-entry. The command module had to separate from the lunar module, which would then be jettisoned into space. The remaining command module had to withstand temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit during atmospheric re-entry. The heat shield's integrity was uncertain because of the earlier explosion, but there was no alternative. The astronauts strapped in, bracing for the unknown, as Mission Control monitored every parameter. During re-entry, radio was lost for 4 minutes due to plasma, the world waiting until the captain spoke.
Odyssey Houston standing by. Over. Okay, Joe.
On April 17th, 1970, after more than 5 days in space, Odyssey safely splashed down in the Pacific Ocean near the recovery ship USS Iwo Jima. Navy helicopters arrived quickly, retrieving the astronauts and bringing them aboard. The world erupted in relief and admiration. What could have been a tragic disaster became a triumph of human ingenuity, teamwork, and perseverance. Apollo 13 demonstrated the resilience of both astronauts and ground crews, highlighting the importance of preparation, training, and quick thinking in the face of danger. It became a case study in crisis management and an enduring symbol of human exploration. The mission proved that space travel is unpredictable and dangerous, but with courage, creativity, and collaboration, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. Today, Apollo 13 is remembered not for what it failed to do on the moon, but for the way it brought 3 me